It's Entertainment Schmig.
And I said earlier this morning while I was reading my email, I was like, oh, breaking Schmig.
Yeah, I was interested. And I stayed off the internet, so I didn't see it.
Yeah. I don't know if you would have seen this on the interwebs, but one of the producers at Channel 5, KSDK, sent me a picture. She was at Garth Brooks last night and was in a room watching the show with none other than Justin Timberlake.
Wow.
She sent me a grainy photo. It looks like someone did a watercolor of Justin Timberlake. He has a beard, but he has a fedora. Can you see?
I see him, yeah.
I put it up online, but I mean...
That's crazy.
Is he a
I know.
Garth fan, or what was he doing in St. Louis?
And I guess St. Louis was like the closest show to, I mean...
Where does he live?
L.A.
Nashville?
Who? Garth or
Justin?
Justin? I think L.A.
But I think he's from Nashville, right?
Right. But he does have some business partners. You know, his like, what is it, tequila or whatever liquor that he's a partner with. His partners are here in St. Louis.
And doesn't Jessica Biel also have ties to the Midwest, or am I wrong?
No idea.
Now we're just speculating. But JT at Garth last night, that's
Well,
pretty
I
big.
dated her for a while, and there's that magnetic thing.
Rolling Stone with their best movies of the year. Best movies of the year. Guy talked about seeing Foxcatcher earlier this morning. The movie with Steve Carell. That actually comes in at number 3 on the list.
Now,
I think
it isn't out yet.
Yeah,
How
but
can
they
it?
count it. Anything that's Oscar.
Got it.
You know,
Oscar worthy.
Yes.
Yeah, and they've seen all the big Oscar contenders already. I think I've been to the movie theater 3 times this year, and all 3 of the movies that I saw are on the list. The Grand Budapest Hotel, the Wes Anderson film, is on there. Gone Girl, yes, comes in at number 5.
I was okay with that one.
And
I loved it.
the movie that I would probably pick as the best movie of the year out of all three that I've seen.
Oh, it's gonna be some kid movie.
Comes in at number 1 on the list.
The
Frozen.
Lego movie.
Boyhood.
Oh yeah, that's that.
That's the one they filmed over years.
Richard
12
Linklater
years.
movie.
They started filming with this kid when he was 6 years old and wrapped as he was heading off to college. Every year, they'd meet for 3 days. It was Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette and this, like, unknown kid. They'd film for a couple days each year, and then they kind of spliced it together to be a movie about this kid growing up. Not a movie I should have seen the week before my kids started kindergarten because I was, like, crying the whole entire time. But it's a beautiful film. Some not so beautiful films that Sony Pictures executives are not happy with. Adam Sandler. You know, Sony Pictures, the big story earlier this week, targeted by hackers. The hackers took a bunch of unreleased Sony pictures and put them on the web for people to watch. A handful that aren't out yet. And they released stolen documents, stuff like salaries, budgets, and employee feedback on the company. And apparently a lot of company employees not happy that they're still doing Adam Sandler films. They said, there's a general blahness to the movies we produce. Although we manage to produce an innovative film once in a while, we continue to be saddled with the mundane, formulaic Adam Sandler films. Let's raise the bar a little. And Adam Sandler's name and his movies come up time and time again in these employee emails that were never supposed to be released to the public.
Now, it's fair to say, those of you who don't know, the only reason that Sony was hacked, at least we believe, it was North Koreans that did this. They've got incredible, this cyber hacking thing going on there because all these people work for the government. It was Sony Pictures who was going to come out with this movie called
The Interview.
The Interview,
starring James Franco and Seth Rogen
about assassinating the Kim Jong-il.
Oh.
Yeah, a joke, but they took it as an act of terrorism against South Korea. So that's why the hackers went after Sony Pictures.
Interesting thing I read the other day about Kim Jong-il. When he became president in North Korea, everybody with his name had to change their name because nobody can have the supreme leader's name. Be like everybody, anybody named Barack Obama, that other guy, changing his name.
Right. By the way, James Franco and Seth Rogen all over TV this weekend. They're going to be on Discovery doing Naked and Afraid. They survived for 3 weeks buck naked in the wilderness.
No, that's pretty funny.
James Franco also hosting Saturday Night Live. Nicki Minaj is performing. And this weekend on TV tonight, A Very Grammy Christmas is on CBS. A tribute to Bruce Springsteen is on PBS. And tomorrow, Courtney, set your DVR to Lifetime. Wishin' and Hopin'. The TV movie starring Molly Ringwald as a substitute teacher in charge of the annual Christmas pageant for a 5th grade class. Meatloaf and Sherry O'Terry also star.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's no Ebby, but it sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Whenever you get Sherry O'Terry and Meatloaf together, there's magic.
Hopefully there's a Christmas classic that comes from that. But the most downloaded Christmas song since 2003. So think over the last 10 years how many Christmas songs you've downloaded.
None.
0.
None.
Okay, I've downloaded 2 out of the top 3. Number 3 is Trans-Siberian
Let me get a gold
Orchestra.
star for you.
No.
Yeah, right.
Well, I started
And
thinking
she saw the best movie of the year.
Yeah, right. What is this all about you and the Schmig, isn't it?
apparently, no, because you said you haven't seen any Christmas, you haven't downloaded any Christmas songs. And I'm like, I don't think I have, but I mean, I did. I think the only Christmas song that I downloaded ever was Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Mm-hmm.
It's number 1 on the list, but number 2 on the list that doesn't even really count as a Christmas song, but I guess they're counting it as one. And it's weird because it only came out last year, and out of all the songs over the last 10 years, it's the second most downloaded, from Frozen.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Really?
Well, it's kind of
Come on, let's go
Christmassy.
and play.
But it's not a Christmas
It will
song.
become
not
a
a
Christmas
Christmas
song,
song.
though.
Come out the door. It's like you've
I think
gone
that's like a
away.
technicality there.
What's 3?
Christmas Eve Sarajevo by Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Did not download
You
that
loved
one.
that show, didn't you, Guy?
God, I can't tell you. All right, it is the... Oh, wait a minute. Where is that?
I just want you for
That's the one I downloaded.
more than you could ever know. So make my wish come true. 'Cause baby, all I want for Christmas is you.
Wait, here comes the cough. Hang on.
That's Entertainment Schmig. We'll talk Peter Pan and much more entertainment news coming up at 8:40. Schmig Schmackdown at 7:40. Watch our 2 contestants, Michael and Terry, go head-to-head and see how you fare on all the pop culture knowledge. Find that a little bit later on Y98.